Good morning. This is your Old Capital Lending 2-minute drill for Monday, March 21st, and I'm Billy Parker, President of MCE Providers of North Texas. Joining me is Paul Peebles, who is the National Underwriter for Old Capital Lending. Well, Paul, I want to welcome everyone back from a spring break. I hope everyone had a good time, and trust you had a good time as well, Paul.
We had a great time. Did a little horseback riding and went down to Fossil Rim down in Glen Rose. When we came back on Monday, we saw that interest rates have fallen again. So interest rates right now for 15-year fixed rates are below 4%. So we're seeing APRs about 3.95, 3.96 on 15-year fixed rates. We're seeing 30-year fixed right around about 4.75 APR, and just super low interest rates relative. I've done this for 26 years. I think interest rates are low when they're below 7%, but when they're below 4%, still smoking interest rates. So one of the things to consider is if you're thinking about refinancing, think from a 30-year down to a 15 or a 20-year amortization. Try to save all that additional interest cost if you can. If it's possible, and if it makes economic sense for you and your family, think about lowering the term of your loan to save the interest cost.
Well, that's right, Paul. And in some cases of people who we've refinanced here in the last 6 months or so, they've saved tens of thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. So it is a huge, significant savings as far as the interest payments go. On another good note, Paul, let's talk about more good news that was released last week. Last week on Thursday, March 17th, the Foreclosure Listing Service Incorporated, that's owned by George Roddy, released their April posting activity report, and he said for the first time in 11 years, he was pleased to announce that the foreclosure postings had declined for the first time in 11 years. Mr. Roddy also said, yes, year-to-date posting levels have dropped, and I'm happy to report this because for the same time period last year, a new record high was reached for the 4-month period, He also further added, I'm sure that all of us are glad that the posting activity for this period did not climb even higher this year. And that is really good news as far as the foreclosure activity report goes. Now moving on to our wrap-up of our City Spotlight, Paul, we're going to highlight Colleyville and Allen. So in Colleyville, in February, we had 12 homes that were sold, and the average sales price was $452,599. Days on market were still a little high at 150, and in the last 7 days, Paul, we had 23 homes that were listed, and 2 homes that were sold. Now in Allen, we had 12 homes that were sold. The average, that was in February, and the average sales price in February was $452,599. The days on market equaled Colleyville right there at 150. Now in the last 7 days, there were 50 homes that were listed and 17 homes that were sold. And also, Paul, I would like to report to our viewers, for those of you who know Deb Waldman, who is the Education Director with the Texas Association of Realtors, I got to see her last week, and it was so good to see her. For those of you who may know, she was in a horrible automobile accident last fall, and to see her up and back at her job and doing her normal activities was just great. So Deb, we're real happy to see you back in action, so to speak. Well, folks, that does it for this week. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to talking to you again next week. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.